2 days later, the rain turned into a persistent mist that clung to the eyelashes. Elina found herself standing outside the sound garden, a cramped record store where the floorboards groaned under the weight of 1,000 forgotten albums. She shouldn't have gone in. It was masochism. But the silence in her own head had become too loud. As she flipped through the bins in the back, the experimental jazz section. Julian loved, she remembered, a road trip they took to the Oregon coast. The car's heater had died somewhere outside of Astoria, and the wind was howling off the Pacific like a wounded animal. They had shared a single, moth-eaten wool blanket, draped over their laps, while Julian drove with one hand. They hadn't spoken for 3 hours. They didn't need to. There was a profound intimacy in their silence, a mutual understanding that the grey sky and the churning ocean were enough. He would occasionally squeeze her hand. A rhythmic double tap on her knuckles that meant, "I'm here. Are you okay?" And she would lean her head on his shoulder, which meant, "I'm exactly where I want to be." In the record store, Elina pulled out a dusty blue vinyl. It was a rare pressing of a trumpet player Julian had obsessed over for months. She instinctively turned to her right, her mouth opening to say, "Jules, look. It's the 1968 session." But the space beside her was occupied only by a teenager in oversized headphones who didn't look up. The weight of the silence now was different. It wasn't the comfortable quiet of the Oregon coast. It was the heavy, pressurized silence of an empty vacuum. She put the record back, her fingers trembling. She realized she had forgotten how to speak the language of we. She was fluent only in I. And it was a lonely dialect.